Welcome back, everyone. Tonight, I'm bringing you 3 deeply unsettling stories about attics, those dusty, forgotten spaces above our heads that we rarely visit but can never quite forget about. These aren't tales about finding old treasures or family heirlooms. These are real experiences from real people who discovered that the space above their ceiling wasn't as empty or as safe as they'd always assumed. Before we dive in, I want to know, do you have an attic in your home? Have you ever felt uncomfortable going up there? There's something uniquely unsettling about attics, the way they sit above us while we sleep, the darkness, the creaking sounds we can never quite explain. Drop a comment and share your experiences. Because what you're about to hear will make you think twice before pulling down that ladder and climbing up into the darkness above your home. Alright, let's begin. And remember, every word of these stories is true. Story 1, The Sleepwalker. When I was a kid, the attic always scared me more than the basement did. I don't really know why. Most people are more afraid of basements, the darkness below, the unknown depths. But there was something about our attic that really got to me on a fundamental level. If I had to guess, I'd say it was because our attic was slightly unconventional compared to what you're probably picturing right now. For starters, it was surprisingly spacious. Most attics are cramped and congested, forcing you to crouch or crawl through tight spaces. But our attic was built in such a way that you didn't ever have to crouch when you were up there. You could stand fully upright and walk around freely. You might think that would make it less scary, that the extra space would imply we used it more often, treated it like a normal room. But no. My parents treated it like a glorified storage space. That was its sole purpose. Thinking about it now, they honestly avoided going up there as much as possible. They'd send me or my older sister up to grab things rather than go themselves, which I always found odd but never questioned as a kid. The other thing about our attic, and this is what really got to me, was that it had so many nooks and crannies built into it. The space was broken up by odd support beams and small changes in elevation, almost like a makeshift maze. The beams were of uneven thickness, and there was no pattern to where they appeared. Some were thick and structural, others were thinner and seemed purely decorative or accidental. The result was that you couldn't stand in any one place and have a clear line of sight from one end of the attic to the other. And the flooring was a nightmare. The floor level changed randomly, up a few inches here, down a step there, uneven joists that you had to carefully navigate. My dad used to joke that one day, one of us would slip, fall through the insulation, and punch a hole right through the ceiling below. So you can imagine why an attic like that would be scary to a little kid. The maze-like quality was what freaked me out the most. I really didn't like not being able to see the entire space at once. Every time I went up there, I felt like someone was hiding behind one of those beams, just out of sight, watching me.